Friday, June 27th. This is the Lion Channel. I'm John, day 57 of my manifesting journey. Today, I want to talk about something that drives, I feel like, most of the world crazy, and how to change that in your experience and to see it differently, because it's not going to change. So if something's not going to change, and the way you're looking at it now is negatively, okay, it's creating negative emotion in your experience, then since that's not going to change, you have to change. And what I talk about all the time on here, you're creating your experience. All right. So if you don't want that thing in your experience as much as it's been, it's up to you to change. And I'm going to talk about that. But the first thing I wanted to talk about is the Lion's Den. Okay. I had, I believe, 4 people off the bat commit to the Lion's Den. And what the Lion's Den is, if you're not familiar, if you haven't watched the last 2 days and you're just watching this video, is we're creating a community atmosphere here. Okay. This is the Lion's Den is something that is going to keep people accountable, because if you've watched these videos, you've seen how my life has changed over the last 56 days. And it changed a ton in the 30 days before that, before I actually started making videos. So in the last 3 months, in the last 90 days, I have gone from not wanting to be here to starting a community, talking about how this works and how it's changed my life. And, then helping to motivate and inspire people to also change their lives. Okay. And then, I'm just seeing a ripple effect. And the more people that know this, the more you can apply it, change your life, and it just becomes a happier world. All right. So that's the whole point of the Lion's Den. So I had 4 people commit right off the bat: Mindy, Brent, Marley, and Kate. And then I had another guy, I believe you're a guy, came in, and he actually posted Prod By's Way. I'm not sure what your name is, but Prod By's Way. He posted last night that he fell asleep in the wish fulfilled. All right. So if you want to join the Lion's Den, all you got to do is just post that you fell asleep in the wish fulfilled. I will comment, hold you accountable. And then after you're doing it consistently for a little bit of time, you're going to start to see manifestations. All right. You're going to start to see glitches. And at that point, I would love it if you share your manifestations and glitches, so that when other people come on and watch these videos and they're reading the comments and seeing not just me, not just how it's changing my life, but how it's changing other people's lives as well who are doing it, what is that going to do for people's confidence in the law of assumption? They're going to start doing it too. All right. So, this is a great thing. It's not me. It's just an idea that came because I've been non-negotiable, and my subconscious knows that I'm going to follow through on this. And the main thing I want to do is help people. And so this is the way. Okay, this is the way. It's becoming clearer and clearer to me. All right. So like I said, if you want to join that, just post and we'll start communicating each day. You fell asleep in the wish fulfilled. Okay, just comment underneath. All right, but what I wanted to talk about with the other thing, okay, I was going back and forth with Prod By's Way, who started to watch the videos. He's been commenting, and he basically said, I guess, after watching some videos, that what's happening in my life is that I'm not reacting to negative experience. So what's happening to the negative experience is that starting to fall away. the majority of my negative experience because I'm not reacting to it. So I'm not recreating it. So that's opening up my experience for what? More of what I want, more positive things to come into and fill my experience. And so imagine when you can do that, when you can, take 90 days like I have, and I haven't been perfect. I've said it on here. Sometimes, the simulation catches me off guard. But what helps is all the other things that I'm doing. I'm making videos, I'm posting notes. Okay, I'm talking about it constantly. I have this. I'm listening to David. So I'm just constant reminders of how this all works. And so I'm learning and picking this stuff up and making it knowing really fast. If it's just like that old saying, okay, if you're going to go full throttle on something, or Tony Robbins says it, okay, massive change produces massive results. Small change produce small results. So if you're just going to fall asleep in the wish fulfilled once in a while, once or twice a week, and then, start looking around like why haven't things started to change? Because you're not doing a whole lot. You're just falling asleep once or twice. And then also you're looking around and saying, when is it coming? Well, it's probably not coming because you're not really doing it right. Okay, you can't worry about the when and you can't worry about the how. The how will be revealed to you when you become the who. All right, so that's why I keep stressing on here to decide who you want to become. Okay, that's very important because when you become the who, the person that you love, that person who has everything that you want, that person will know how to get things done. Okay, the ideas will come just like they're coming from me. And then that person that you've already become and impressed your subconscious mind with is going to follow through. They're going to be non-negotiable and they're going to see this as exactly what it is, the next step, the next logical step. And you gain this confidence by falling asleep every night in the wish fulfilled. And as you see things during the day, you take them as the next logical step because you know that you're putting in the work at night. And it's not even work, it's just visualizing yourself as the person that you want to become as if you already are that person. And then you gradually become that person, just like it's happening with me. And so I was talking to Pradbai's way, okay, and he had made that statement, okay, negative. I'm not seeing a lot of negative because I haven't reacted to it, which was, yeah, that's basically it in a nutshell. Because what you react to with a strong emotional charge, that's what you recreate, and it works both ways. So if you see something that you really like or really love, don't hold back. Don't try and be cool like I've been my entire life. All right? Trying to be cool when something feels really good is only like basically it's you're telling the subconscious like, nah, this doesn't do it for me. It's like, and then your subconscious is like searching for stuff, and it brings you negative experience, and then you're reacting to that, and the subconscious goes, oh, okay, they didn't like this really good thing over here, but they seem to be enjoying this, this terrible thing. Your subconscious doesn't label it good or bad. It's just giving you what it's feeling. Okay, so if you're feeling really strong negative emotion, you're impressing the subconscious with that emotion, and so your subconscious just gives you more of that. Okay, that is how it works. All right, so if you're doing that, Pradbais, okay, he brought up traffic, and he made it kind of like a joke, that he's been really good at a lot of things, but traffic still has him, he's still reacting to traffic. Okay, and I'll just give you an example. Okay, traffic for me, I don't even notice traffic. Okay. I don't notice traffic. And so I'm rarely in traffic. Things just have a way of working out for me where wherever I'm going, like I could be driving at the same time somebody else is driving, and they get to the place 20 minutes after me because I wind up taking a turn that they didn't take, and they hit traffic and I don't. Okay, that's how much and sometimes I am in traffic, and you know what I do? I'm just like, okay, I listen to the music, I look at things that I normally wouldn't be able to look at because I'd be driving, and just finding other things to do, listening to David's videos, playing my videos back and seeing if there's something that I can improve on. But if you find something to occupy yourself, and this is what I wanted to get to, if you change the label, change the association on traffic. Traffic is not going to change. It's always going to be there. Okay, so even if you stop reacting to traffic, you're still going to run into some traffic. But if you continue to react to it and give it strong emotional charge, I have people that I see all the time, and they come to visit, and the first thing they talk about is how much traffic that they were in every single time. Okay, how something was backed up and there was an accident. And it's not a coincidence. It's because what are they doing? They're coming and reacting strong and telling me about it with this strong emotional negative charge, and they're not in traffic anymore. So imagine how they were reacting while they were in the traffic if they're reacting that way now after the traffic's over. So they're filling up their experience with traffic. Okay, so if you give it a different association, give it a different label, and you can decide this right now. Decide it now and say, okay, the next time I'm in traffic, I am going to focus on the scenery. I don't care if I'm late for an appointment. I don't care if nothing's urgent. Okay, you're creating it all. All right, you are creating your world. So you are the creator. All right, so you're either making something urgent or you're making something not urgent. Okay, but that urgent thing, no matter what you do, okay, it's going to be there. It's a matter of what the label is that you choose to put on it. So even if you're late for something, do this every single time. Change your association with traffic and just say to yourself, okay, cool. I'm in traffic right now. This gives me a chance to listen to music. All right, cool. I'm in traffic right now. This gives me a chance to, educate myself on the law of assumption. Or, maybe you can start looking around for stuff that you're grateful for. But change the association. Do it now so that the next time you're in traffic, you don't react. Okay, you might react for a second, but if you do this right now, you're going to be looking forward to being in traffic because you're going to want to try this out. So you're not going to react next time. But if you do, you're probably going to catch yourself right away and go, "Oh yeah, let me try this." Okay, and then as you do that consistently, it's consistent application. You might hit traffic 3 or 4 times and you're not reacting, you're changing the association. And then the next thing you're going to know, you're in less and less and less traffic. All right. And you can do this with anything. It's not just traffic. Okay. It's anything. It's how it works. Okay. So that's that. All right. That's it. That's going to be it for today. That's really all I wanted to talk about. I wanted to address that. But again, like I said, Kate, Mindy, Brent, and Marley, and Prod By's Way. All right. Congratulations. I love that you all followed through. You all committed. And I was in the shower. I was thinking about, how this is named the Lions Channel. and I was talking about naming the community the Lion's Den. And I'm like, I'm not sure like that, the law of assumption and the Lion's Den, if those two things go together. But the more I thought about it, I was like, hell yeah, they go together. Because think about a lion. Like when a lion makes a decision that it's hungry and it's ready to hunt, that lion's getting some food. Okay, the lion's not stopping until it gets some food and it's not hungry anymore. And we're doing the same thing here in this community. Is I am making a decision that, okay, I believe in this and I'm going to be consistent and I'm going to be non-negotiable and I'm going to do it every single night. I'm on the hunt and I am not stopping until I'm not hungry anymore. Okay, until I get my food. Okay, so I just had that thought in the shower. I was like, wow, that's awesome. So that's it. If you want to be a part of the community, like I said, just post down below. It's not, we don't have to have a conversation or anything. Just start posting. I'll start posting back. Welcome you to the community. And like I said, when you start doing this, your life will start to change. And if you have any questions along the way, I'm here. I'll try and help you out with answers as best as I can. And if I don't have the answers, I will get them. Okay? Because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help. All right? So I love you all. Enjoy your Friday night. I'm going to have a blast, and I will see you for tomorrow, day 58. Let's go, Lions Den.